mad close to me, but the way YouTube wanted to be like, you're not in horizontal position. Okay, YouTube. Don't ruin my beautiful moment. It's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Let me show y'all the trees. That's what I see while I'm sketching. Gonna see the birds. Gonna see the day, the sunlight. I will turn this camera back around to myself, but I just wanted y'all to take that in a little bit because Lord knows that we take in so much stuff that we don't need to take in. Matter of fact, I want to draw for you guys just for about 30 minutes. Just take in some of the outdoor sounds, the birds, the leaves being brushed against each other. Even the Nissan speeding up and down the street. Because why wouldn't they? Y'all take this moment in real quick. I hope that you are enjoying your day. Tomorrow's Friday. We have so much freedom to just sit and do whatever we want to do. Unless, you know, you don't have the traditional Monday through Friday schedule, in which case, whenever your Friday is, you got so much freedom to just sit and add something beautiful, something freeing, something colorful, something new to your life, to your day, to your moment. I tried a new ice cream from the Taharka brothers the other day, and it wasn't even new. It was just new to me. It was called Keep Your Head Up. And the ice cream was, I believe, a vanilla ice cream with, I almost said black cherry, blackberry, and oat chunks. Oh my God, the balance was balancing. The balance was balancing. And sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it's the opposite. You try something new and it's like, damn, that was my last $5. But it doesn't gotta be all that. It don't gotta be all that. You know what? I was hoping, yeah, there we go. I was hoping to be able to see live chat. And if it doesn't pop up on my phone, I apologize. I can't see what y'all saying in this moment, but leave it there and I will comment. You know, I'll throw it in the comments, post live. I wish there were more squirrels and stuff because they be running through these trees and it just be so relaxing. Matter of fact, I low-key just want to sketch like without y'all looking and just, you know, chit-chat with y'all while you're looking at the sky and just enjoying that peace. Just enjoy the peace. I was a little heated yesterday. As y'all know, I was heated yesterday. It for a very brief moment too. And I wasn't, was that yesterday or the day before? I don't know. But as much of it, I mean, as much as it doesn't matter in this moment, is how I should have carried it prior to. Because things happen in life that we can't really fight, we can't change. There are many things that we can, many things that we can do before we get to that point of, I'm SOL. You're not. You're not SOL. There's many things you can do after the point of, I feel SOL, but you don't gotta feel SOL. Because somebody knows how to get around that wall that you've hit. That's what community is. That's what having people in your corner is. I do want to show y'all this random sketch that I did yesterday as well. I think it was before the studio. This is actually in reference to one of the stories that I'm going to be telling y'all. Really, currently writing, currently animating, currently altering. It's probably the biggest story ever. So, in my eyes, like it's my main focus, the biggest story that I've been working on. And the fact that this little doodle, I just had to put it on paper. I'm like, you know what? I need this drawn out, this particular shot. And this is just like a poster design for it. But I was doodling that just randomly. And another doodle that I did, which I'm sure y'all saw the post of. If you didn't, I put a post up earlier. Y'all pay attention to the community tab. I do be in there. It's been about 3 weeks prior to today, but you know, I'm always wondering how y'all are doing with everything going on. It's kind of crazy out there. So, you know, just get it out of your head. That's what I did with this one. Hoot, hoot, welcome. I didn't even start the live like that. I should have. You keeping me on my toes. Appreciate you. I wanted to get this thought out of my head last night. Like, I don't know if you can see the time on this. It says 1:46 in the morning. I was coming from the studio and my mind was just boggled with all of this stress of what's going on. What can I do? I'm an artist. I need to say something. I need to do something. I need to rally the creative troops. Like, it's not always that, you know? Me saying something can come from my art. It can come from me being at meetings. It can come from all types of things. But I know at the end of it all, even throughout it all, I need to dump all of these heavy thoughts out of my mind, out of my head. So I drew this with the intent of pretty much, putting color on it, of course, doing a whole YouTube video, what I gotta say, all that jazz. But I also just want to make it into a hoodie or a blanket or something, probably do it as like a charity thing, and have the funds go to a group that is actively physically making making the change that I can't physically make because I don't know what that looks like. I'm an artist. I create. Sorry, I missed my little angle right there. But through all of this, and I'll break this down for you, what it means. And then we're going to go back to looking at the trees and stuff, because this is what this whole like beautiful moment that I wanted to share with y'all is about. Like, yes, I create, I sketch, I have the funds to, not the funds, but the fun, FUNS. There's no D there. I have so much in self to give to you and anybody else that I come past, like day by day, moment by moment. And one of the things that I realize is my talent isn't a fast paced talent. So, me taking my time with these YouTube videos is actually very on brand as a creative. I don't like throwing out trash. This is unfinished, realistically, but it was a thought that I had to get out of my head. And I wanted to share it with y'all. What it is, it's a bullet, though my partner thought it was something, which it still adds to the meaning of it. It's a bullet with the American flag, you know, tucked underneath, but wrapped around a bankroll into what would more likely be a Benjamin, because that's the most recognizable bill that we have. And then, of course, no war. I also wanted to put a dagger back here. I ran out of room, so I just did the dagger tip here. But the idea is it's an old bullet, too. It's not even going to be a brand spanking new shiny bullet, because, like, what are we doing here? This is old shit. We got to do better. Like, there's so much new that we can bring into this world, but we're so stuck on the old and how to make the old better and how the old did this, and we got to do it again. And that's not what life is. Life understands and grows. Life doesn't take without giving. You know what I mean? So I don't want to take this heavy topic and throw it on y'all. I want to give you peace, and I want to share light and happiness. I don't want to stress over all this extra stuff that I got going on in the background, like with the KDP stuff. That's cute, and we'll get that resolved. I had to get it off my chest. But at the end of the day, we promote peace and love on this channel. We promote taking that time for yourself, like I am today, like I am in this moment with you. I am taking this second to look up. Somewhere that crunching sound is a squirrel eating. Oh, 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 I see you, baby. I don't know if my camera's going to get it, but let's see. Well, I ain't trying to show you all the details around the house. Let me see. I don't know if y'all can see. It's like straight through here is where the squirrel is eating. And these just be like moments right outside. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't go too far to sit outside and take in this breeze and look at these trees and watch the patterns of the wind blow. Like, the wind's not just blowing a nice little breeze to it, it's blowing the seeds from the trees into the earth. Those seeds are then planted because the vines and the soil take them in. What does it give us? It gives us grass, it gives us vines, like more vines, it gives us dandelions, flowers, fruit, seeds for more squirrels to eat. Like, I feel like me just saying this should be redundant because we all know the circle of life. But the same thing that we see in nature, humans fit into that. And I think it's interesting that we don't put ourselves into the animal kingdom outside of science or outside of reasoning of why we can't change. We're constantly changing. People are making flying cars. You can't tell me we're not constantly changing. People care about mental health. Growing up in the 90s, didn't nobody care about no mental health. It was like, I mean, maybe you're just not good at it. Get good culture. All of that. There was no participation trophies and stuff like that. It was this is the way to do this. Do it that way. Only that way. Everything else is, you can't even fathom it. But the mind changed. The generations changed. Life changed. And we began to develop more. I haven't even shown my face. I've been having y'all look at the Yetamine. I'm gonna flip it over real quick so I can continue to yap at you while you listen, and you can watch me sketch a little bit. I just needed a break before streaming tonight because, like, I'm trying to look at the sky. I can go twice as high. Like, I didn't want to show all my business. I would definitely be a streamer that gets doxxed so easily because it's always me, like, doing all the things. So I'm like, okay, this camera about to show something that it's not supposed to, but hey, it is what it is. Just don't come and test me, please. Don't want that. Now, I won't be able to see chat in this moment, but I want to draw just something that you guys think would symbolize peace in this moment today. So I'm going to pick a chat. I'm going to show y'all the trees real quick again. And then I'm going to draw, because I just flipped through here. I'm like, yeah, we're going to animate this, I promise. This is going to be added to the tea time intro because myself, I created a whole different tea time intro, animated, frame by frame, on Procreate. I did figure out another app that I'm going to check out, and hopefully that'll make animation a little bit faster for y'all. Because for me, I'm like, I am taking weeks on one animation at a time. How do I expect to share Evermore with y'all? Like that little sketch. This little sketch. This is one of the main characters, loosely. Like, it's supposed to be a silhouette of him, but I needed to get a little bit of the proportions right before I just shaded it. And this is an idea for a poster. Will it look like this at the end? We'll find out. But in this moment, this is like a day or two ago, I just wanted to get the idea of this poster down, and it made me think like, yo, maybe I need to slowly roll out Evermore. And I'll slowly roll out the characters and stuff like that. The reason I'm wincing is because y'all know by now, being on this channel, I'm the type of person that's going to be like, I want an animation studio. I want to show y'all this particular story. That's what my focus has been. Like, legitimately. We do have more interviews coming up, and we also still have tea time videos coming up. I know I done showed y'all previews of the one to be placed out. It was literally waiting for that animation intro, which, again, animation is very new to me. I should not be like, yes, I'm going to animate this, that, there, boop, bop, getting it next week, and be like, all right, shit, why did I tell them that? You know what I mean? I do this to you guys every time I'm really excited about something. And as I grow as a creator, not even just as a creative, right? Because my creativity is like, I can do this thing. Let me go ahead and do it and not process how much time this is actually going to take before I shoot my mouth off about this thing coming out. And I'm like, ooh, Evermore is coming out. I don't have a date. We might get GTA 6 before Evermore drops. That's the date. That's all I can tell you. Now, with that being said, we might get Wolf Among Us 2 to come out before Evermore, which, mind you, if you're on Twitch tonight at 7:10 to about, well, I guess I'll do the first chapter. We're starting the Wolf Among Us on twitch.tv/brown rice ball. No O on that brown. That's your girl. I be streaming on Thursdays now. We used to do art nights live on Thursdays. We're no longer going to do that. My schedule has been all over the place, which is why all this content has been all over the place. I ain't forgot about y'all. I'm just getting the stuff, the main core stuff that makes us who we are as visionaries on YouTube specifically. That's my focus. The interviews, tea time, those will continue as noted. Animations, that's what I'm doing when I'm quiet. Now, I'm going to check out this new app. Hopefully I'm not going to repeat, but animation is still right here for me. Voice acting. I'm still doing voice acting. Matter of fact, when we played the long reach the last 3 weeks on Twitch, it was no voice recording for the game. So it was me. Like every single character, boom, bop, bam. Stu ended up being what do you call it? A soulful black man. That's what you can call him. Turn this man into a soulful black man. And it was a good time. So twitch.tv/brown rice ball, no O on that brown. But all that being said, animation is just the newest part to everything that I'm trying to feed you and trying to share with you guys. And look, making money gives you more time to do the things that you want. Understanding how to do those things that you want will save you money, but you will be eating up that time. So what I have been doing is using, well, using my funds to survive like anybody else. But I've also been using my time to prioritize and go and meet with people that can help me elevate faster. So that way I'm not just running out here buying courses and trying all these different, like buying brush packs and all types of stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not me. I'm not the art creative that's gonna be sitting here panel by panel teaching you techniques and stuff like that. You got a question? Sure, I got you. If I explain it in a video, bet even better, because you can run that back at any time. If I do it in a live, like how I'm supposed to be drawing right now, again, let me know 1 to 2 symbols that you would recognize as a peace symbol, something that means peace to you. What is that? What symbol is that? Let's skip the peace sign because it's so simple, right? Um, and I say skip it. Just I'm trying to make y'all be a little bit more creative. Anything that I do, I try and be more creative than I was last time. It's the birds that be running out and be looking like, you got something for me? Like, no, I don't. Not at this moment. Not at this moment, I don't. All right, I'm about to flip this camera real quick. So y'all gonna be looking at this still tree because the wind stopped blowing. But I want to see chat, and I didn't bring my tablet out here to see chat. So I'm gonna look on my screen real quick, and y'all let me know 1 to 2 things or something that, you know, you find peaceful. And I'm gonna try and sketch it. I always say try because I know I'm good. Um, in my mind, I'm I'm the best at anything that I do. And the reason I carry that energy is because I don't carry it with malice intent or any type of weight on someone else. All of it is literally for myself. It's not for y'all. Y'all might be really freaking good. I'm learning from a dude that's creating dead gods. He's also on YouTube. Um, Matt, I forgot his last name, Matt something, but check him out. He's the type of artist that's going to teach you something while also showing you how he's making his story. So that's pretty interesting. I've been learning from artists like that. But anyway, let me prop you up. Don't look at my life. Look at and when I turn you back, you'll be looking at oh beautiful. You'll be looking at me. Well, you'll be looking at my sketchbook. I'm gonna make sure that I ain't getting water or nothing. It should be okay. Let me see, let me see. Oh yeah, yeah. Let me see. Let me see, let me see. I have a couple of sketches in here that I've done just for fun, and I haven't really shown y'all. Oh yeah, there's a couple more that I just want to put in color before showing y'all. I see my little notes. No, but all right, I found a page. So if I don't see anything in chat, I'm gonna just, draw something via my thoughts, which is easy because I'm always thinking, always adapting with those thoughts. So let's see what y'all got for me. Okay, okay. I don't see anything in chat, so, or at least it didn't pop up on my phone. even when I click the little setting, like, hey, yeah, all chats. I do want to say, you know, thank you to the Baltimore Perspective. Yeah, when you be live, you be spinning. It's always a good vibe. So, y'all like some good vibes? We love some good vibes over here. Go subscribe and listen to their lives from time to time. They be getting bumping. But in this moment, what is peace to me? What's peace to me? Dang, as soon as I was gonna forgo peace signs from this, because I'm out in nature, I was like, oh, a nest woven into a peace sign shape. And I'm like, But it makes sense because peace can be so fragile in moments, but it's really stronger than what we see. Strong enough to hold life. Hell yeah, I'm doing it. You can't knock me. Excuse me? I just talked myself into being like, we don't have to not use the peace symbol. But how about this? I'm going to draw it slightly different. So, all right, y'all. Just be respectful, be mindful, and don't beautiful, 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 spacious skies. Is that what it is? Forever black in this gray, something like that. No, let me stop. Let me stop. I know better than that. That's not the lyrics. All right. Oh, that's the smallest stink bug I've ever seen. I pointed at it earlier and scared it off my door, so maybe it decided that it wanted to go somewhere else. Look, I am gonna do the peace sign. I know. Hear me out. I am gonna draw the peace sign, but it's gonna be in a different. Let me make sure I do this right. It's gonna be in a different, like, angle. If I can do this right. Think nest. Y'all got me drawing political art. Hold on a second. Yeah, you're drawing political art. And it's not even, I can't even say it's not even politics. It's not political. Because don't nobody else talk about war the way politicians do. Yeah, touchdown. But you know, when I see all of their kids, then I'll believe it. But for now, let's just stick to our little peace sign, our positivity and whatnot. And, all that. There are things in life most people don't feel as though they have weight to speak on or knowledge enough to speak on it. And then there are things that many of us, if not all of us, grew up on, seeing in real time, learning about more and more as you go, and being like, well, I know that this means this. Well, that means you can talk on it. You can talk on at least that. It's okay to not know everything. Nobody knows everything. I don't have an eraser for this, so I better draw this like I'm drawing in pen. Oop, I better don't. And if I run out of lead, I might have to tell you a story because this is the only pencil I got to. So, yeah, it's uh, it's okay to talk about the things that you're not 100% a master of. You don't have to be to know that something's wrong or something is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, actually, I don't want to put 2 eggs in there. Put 1 egg. Mm. I love I love being wrong, but learning from me being wrong. I don't like being wrong just to be wrong, yo. I don't, or to get a rise out of nobody. Like that's no, I don't. If I'm ever wrong and I'm standing 10 toes down on it, and I find out that it's this instead of that, I am the first person to come out of my mouth and be like, you know what? When I was back there pissed off at KDP and then they hit me up in my email, I wish they would, but that's another day, another story for another time. But if I'm, there and KDP's like, oh, hey, we didn't mean to leave you in the wind with piss on you. We just wanted to, get to you in a timely manner. Can we help you with this? Boom, bop, bam. And then, it turns out that, I had to do this, to do this, to do that. Silly me. I should have known better. It's like, you know, I'll take the L. I'll take the L. But if it's just, I don't want to make it a heart. And I think that's the way that it was going. That's why I was like, hold on a sec. Because this looks all mangled. Like, yes, nests look mangled, but they look cool too. Yeah, 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 yeah. They're not perfect in shape, but they're perfect in what they can hold. And that's why I'm doing a nest. But yeah, I'm just yapping away while sketching this nest of peace. What is a good symbol of peace? That is something that I still want y'all to answer, even though I chose to do this. I want y'all to really consider what that looks like. What does life look like peaceful to you? Peaceful interactions, warming, refreshing interactions. Because peace gets thrown around a lot, right? Just like love does, just like hate does, just like the ick, all types of things. Words get thrown around a lot, and we give them meaning, we give them purpose. The same way that we look for our meanings and purposes in self. So I know I'm gonna get deep with y'all, but y'all already know this. So thank you for being here. When we give words like peace such a profound meaning, and people think, oh, peace on earth, ha ha ha. That's like not having a hungry stomach on earth or feeding all the starving people. All of these things are possible. You know what I mean? All of these things are freaking possible. The same way somebody said it wasn't possible to put a car on the road back when we had trains. It's like y'all y'all focus on what you want to. I'm gonna focus on peace. I'm gonna have it in my life, no matter what everybody else is doing. I'm gonna have it in my life because That's what I want the most. That's what I want the most. I don't want the fancy car. I don't want the fancy house. I want a house that feels loving to me, feels welcoming, feels, real to me. And I'd say I put more value into experiences that I find myself in. Um, I put more value into the people around me that also have dreams. Most of their dreams are community based. Because again, it's not about what you can do physically, like what you can take physically. It's about, y'all know I draw slower when I start talking. So that's why it's like, wait a sec. Wait a sec. um, but yeah, it's not just about physically the different things of, oh yeah, I can do all the things I want to do as a child, as an adult, because now I have the money to. And it's like, I mean, yeah, that's a nice feeling. But once you fill that hole, you can either keep it flat at the top, like even it out so your ground isn't shaky, or you can fill it so much that now there's a lump, or now there's so much stuff you got to get rid of it, or find a new space for it, or do something with it. For the things that matter the most, like truthfully matter the most to you: peace, love, warmth, shelter, water, family, friends, those types of things, they end up being there when all that shit gets stale. Pardon my language. I don't be trying to cuss on I just live so raw these days that I'm like, look, it's gonna come out how it's gonna come out. And, you know, respectfully, just know that I meant that shit. All right, I'm sorry. But yeah, I probably didn't mean that 100%. um, what made me laugh was thinking about, nobody's ever going to sponsor me because the way I be talking about all these other big companies, it's the small companies that I value more than places like Sony. Because I had to think, who if I said F you two on the channel? Both Sony and and Amazon now. But to be fair too, it is what it is. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, I would much rather work with, you know, Hayao Miyazaki than anybody on the staff of Sony. I would rather work with RDC World or Kev on Stage than to work with Paramount and all of them, or Netflix. You know, it's like, that's why I'm like, I'm gonna create my own studio, because at the end of the day, as a creative, you know, you create so much that eventually somebody's going to create the same thing that you created, maybe do it better. You know, that's up to the person, up to you and that person, as far as what's better, what's not. But you also have so many different versions and so many different ideas of what something should be. Like the fact that the color red isn't just red. I say this, I use red all the time. So let me also go with green, right? I'm looking at vines in front of me on the ground. And it's not just, I can't just say they're all green. I can to the everyday human that's just going to be like, yeah, green is green. But to another creative or somebody who's looking at the same thing that I am, they're going to be like, well, which ones? The dark green leaves or the light green leaves? Or the leaves with the specks on them or the leaves with the veins on them? Like the ones that are on this type of vine or the ones that are in this tree? it's all different green. The vine is different green. The vine is a different green than the leaf is. So it's like there are variations for the most simplest things. Hey, little cutie. Oh, you're a baby. Look at you. Oh. You see me drawing a nest? You can't live in it, but it's always here for you. This came out still shaped more like a heart, and I'm gonna have to wrap it around. Wrap it. I like these little nests that I be drawing. I'm like, ooh. I plan on building some nests too, around the outside of the house, so that way the birds have dedicated spots to just chill out and live. I know I'm past my little 30-minute yappity yap 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 yap, and I'm gonna go inside in a little bit because I definitely got to get these alerts up for stream. So I should say that I'm a new streamer on Twitch. I don't because I have been streaming for over a year now, but I still don't have any alerts or nothing set up. I got two mods. One I'm marrying, one's a real cool bro of mine. Like, you know what I mean? And I just been rocking out, enjoying. I just got a mic, like things like that. Life grows as we go. But how did I do this? This was supposed to be a peace symbol? Hold on a sec. Because the way I be drawing my peace symbols, not me drawing a quick roadmap of what this is supposed to be. No, that made it worse. Hold on. There we go. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another thing I've learned about my animation style is I still draw like this, very much so when I'm animating. And because of that, it does take a little bit of time. Like, I'm not even recording the process of me animating. I'm just like, oh, here's an update. Here's an update. Here's like, I'm so excited for this part of my life. Like, this is me really pushing myself into a field, into a craft that I've never really touched. I don't have a teacher for it. I don't have somebody, walking me through, okay, now you want to do this for your storyboard. Now you want to do this for your characters. Now you want to do this. And so it's one of those adventures that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So forgive me if I don't have any progress videos. I'm just like, here, new animation. Here, this is, halfway done, but we're working on it. Boom. Like that preview I gave you guys. I know it's taking forever. I had to restart that twice this week. And that's why I'm like, let me get up on live and draw something real quick. To show them I am still an artist, because whether I create, every week or every month or whatever, that's not true. I create all the time. I do. As an artist, I draw weekly. I can't say every day throughout the week, but I do draw weekly. Um, and yeah, that stuff be doing the stuff, What? Excuse me? How did that even make sense? Stuff be doing the stuff. But I be doing my stuff too. I put in the work, and then when I show you guys are so supportive, so I really appreciate that. Cuz I know it takes time, and I know nobody's like waiting on me to do this shit. You guys are just like happy that I do it, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. I know actually there are people waiting on me to get these animations done because my big mouth, I also have begun to secretly get my casting together for Evermore, but because I also need to take a lot more time to get those animations together, like actually be an animator. I don't feel like an animator. I feel like somebody who understands the process of animating and will be able to do it on a higher level the more that I do it. I'm excited about that, and that's how I would classify me an as a learning animator. I'll say that. I'm learning animation. Um, there are people that do want to work with me ASAP, and I'm like, why couldn't you just ask me for illustration? I can create you an entire book illustrated from scratch, and you want to wait until I can figure out how to animate. Damn it. I think that's also the pressure of it. Oh my God, that is the smallest bird I've ever seen. That bird, no lie to you, was probably about that big just now. Oh, you're so cute. Hi. Don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me. This was a way for me to take a little take a little break from staring at screens and getting angry with me, trying to figure out all my admin stuff and all my personal stuff. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I don't know who's even gonna get to this far into this video once it's a video, because I think everybody dipped out by now. I don't know if anybody's still in chat. Y'all still in chat? Wake up! Wake up! 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 No, I'm kidding. But if you're still here, thank you for still being here. Thank you for rocking out with me. If you're, watching this later down the road, I'm gonna drop something a little heavy on you. Um, Last year, I was ready. I was so ready. There was a lot going on in my mental and my heart and everything. And I just, not a little seed. This is what I mean by the seeds that be blowing out of the tree. Yeah, go into the backyard. Um, but yeah, I was ready to check out, to do all the things, to not do all the things realistically, because that's what's going to end up being at the end of that, is not doing all the things, not having my animation studio, not, helping people, not, because who am I if my mental's off? How can I help somebody? How can I talk about different things that I don't even fully understand myself, as far as like, this works for me, but I don't know if this works for the general population, or, even a friend of mine, or even a sibling or something like that. Like, how can I talk mental health and wellness to y'all if I'm not good? And truth be told, I should have been telling you guys exactly what was going on with me. And so, me being in a better, more leveled state of mind, via choice, I didn't I didn't seek out professional help or anything like that, and I'm not digging at that. It's just there's a couple of other things that went with it. Like, when you don't trust a system to be your safety net, why would you jump? You know what I mean? So I know this sounds crazy for what I just said. That was a terrible. That was terrible. But I meant what I meant. Like, if I go online to some of these like mental health businesses, because that's what they are, businesses, and they have a chat bot waiting for me, but then the chat bot's like, yeah, I think you should maybe not tell nobody, maybe go over here and see what they can do about it. And it's like, an AA meeting instead of instead of suicide prevention. Like, I don't want to talk to a chatbot or somebody that, leans on AI chatbots to figure out how to do their job. Respectfully, respectfully. Because at that point, I can take my black ass and go lean on a chatbot and figure out the resources that are going to help me the most. So, so no, I didn't seek out, professional help, as people say, as people call it. It's not very professional in my eyes. Uh, but then again, I'm from the 1900s, and it's not a technology thing. It's just back in the day, we cared more about people, loosely, communities. I'm talking your personal communities cared more about each other. But nowadays, in the second coming of the 20s, we don't give two shits. We give one, but that second one, we're a little constipated. And because of that, we don't, we just don't do the things. But or we try and skip over the right way to do certain things. To be like, yeah, I did the thing. I helped this person. I sent them information on, you know, how to figure out how to do the thing. And it's like, did you really help them? Or did you give them another task if they were already struggling with tasks? I'm just saying, certain things, certain things I don't think will ever be effectively replaced with AI. And mental health is one of those things. And that's honestly my biggest pet peeve with anything on the internet outside of Roblox is definitely mental health spaces that utilize AI to the point where they're no longer caring towards the person. Like, they don't really do what they're supposed to do for the person. So, but all that being said, I'm here, I'm present, I'm alive, I'm with you. I'm, I'm not checking out because I understand that there are plenty of people like that, actually. Plenty of people that are like, yeah, no, I don't really trust these chatbots. They're going to send me some information that they looked up. I could have looked that shit up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the fact that I have sat down with people that have been in those positions that are just like ready, ready. And I've been able to be there in person, present, like, be it a friend, a classmate, stranger. I lived through a time where one of my classmates at CCBC actually, you know, took his own life. And that shook all of us. It shook me to the core. And I don't even think at that point I was thinking about doing a bunch of mental health based artwork and, making my business about mental health and all types of stuff. Not until I saw it closer in my family with, my stepsister, my niece, my brother. Like, so many people around me, friends, some of my cousins. Like, I know, what's funny? It kind of sounds like a blood related thing. Let me just say, I think everybody has autism of some sort, and everybody has different levels chemically that make them process different things in various ways. And that's also what makes this world so fucking beautiful. But you have to let people's minds create in those ways, live in those ways. If it's self-harming, all right, you might want to talk to them. Be there for them in the way that you know how, but also be real with them. Be like, hey, you am I a good soundboard for you? Like, is this cool? You want to talk about this? You can lean on me. Because just saying, you know, you can lean on me has become like, here's a nice little band-aid for this, but we ain't clean the wound. We just put a band-aid on it. So, you know, sometimes people need a little bit more than just a, you know, you can come to me kind of thing. Sometimes it's a, hey, nah, for real, let's sit, let's talk. Let me buy you an ice cream, or let me get you some water. Like, come sit on the porch, chill out with me, let's sketch. Meet me at one of these free cafeteria joint spots, you know, with all the food stalls and whatnot. Oh, excuse me. Whatever you got to do. If you see that person around you, stranger, friend, family member, whoever, that's having that type of energy hover over them like a stink spirit, you know, the best way to clean them up is to get that icky out of them. If you know Spirited Away, you understand what I mean by that. But we all fall into that muck from time to time. And what I was saying earlier, you don't have to know every single little thing to be a teacher of that thing. I wouldn't necessarily call you a master or nothing like that. But but I also wouldn't devalue your knowledge of an experience. You know what I mean? Like, I think seeing all the people that I know and that I don't know go through so much. I was about to say, is that their dog? Seeing all the people that I know and even ones that I don't know. I think somebody's dog is loose. Hi, Sugar. Whoa, whoa. Whose dog are you? Whose dog are you? It's okay. I don't want no smoke, but I also don't want you coming over here. Yeah. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. My little I might have been in the stream. Sorry to end it on something so heavy, you know, I'm talking about it. But I personally don't know this dog. And it would make me really sad if this dog got hurt in any type of way. It would bring me right back to my baby, my little doggo. Yeah, no, that's definitely not my neighbor's dog. I'm just glad he didn't feel threatened. Even though I definitely looked him in the eyes. I was like, yo, I'm looking you dead in your eyes. And I'm sitting above you a little bit. Like, ah. But no, it didn't find me as a threat, so I kept pushing. Look, now me keeping my eyes. I'm still a streamer. I gotta finish the work, you know? I gotta finish the work. But all that is to say, you know, what I share with y'all in my day-to-day, my stresses, my highs, my lows, my mids, I'm going to be doing that a little bit more often, because the reality is, if I'm going to be talking to you guys about mental health and wellness and peace and all those types of things, then I need to be able to, you know, share more than just the highs, more than just the, yes, you know, I hope. All right, I gotta go in just in case this dog decide to come up over here and attack. Because it is also, it came from the backyard. I think some kids let their dog out. So all right, let me, so y'all can get all my information, stop notifications, all this stuff. I'll post a picture of the I'm gonna post a picture of the artwork that I was working on, the nest with the eggs and the piece. And nah, I'm gonna do it as a short because I need to explain to y'all the energy that was going into it. Like I said it when I first started the artwork, but I need to 100% tell you what it is. Um, all right, let me go now. Before, but remember, there is an art to everything that you are and everything that you do. Go out and be your best self, whatever that looks like. That's your highs, that's your lows, that's your mids. You are the master of your own craft, okay? No matter what level that is that you are in. That's what that quote means. There is an art to everything that you are and everything that you do. Never sleep on self, okay? You can do anything. And if you need somebody to listen to, talk to chat to, I will still be that person. There will be days where I need to take time for self, but I'll let you know that. And I'll still be able to, set aside time to talk with you and to make sure that you're good. Because if I don't make sure that my community is good while I'm making sure that I'm good too, we don't have a community. We have the internet. So keep going, keep doing the things. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this real quick. I don't know where the fuck that dog went. Now I'm scared. I'm scared. He definitely just came through. What the fuck? All right, anyway, because I know that that dog is big enough to get over any of these fences. I love you. I appreciate y'all for coming through, for being here, for listening to me yap, for taking out the time to look at up up at the trees and the light and everything. When I'm in a sour place or in a just here, like I'm just having one of those long days where I'm doing so much and I still have things to do. Just be where I'm at, right here on this porch, looking at these trees, these same trees, same birds, same squirrels, same everything. But it's always a different variation. It's the different greens that we talked about. And I love it because that inspires me from various perceptions and positions. So y'all know I can yap. That's why most of the lives are 3 to 4 hours. We got some swallows out here. The blue jays and the robins are not out. The ravens are back in the back, and I believe we now have an oriole nest in the front. So find your peace around you. That's all I'm doing. All I'm doing is finding my peace or creating my peace and showing y'all how to do it too. So, all right, let me go. Let me go get ready for stream. Let me finish this artwork, do it as a short, and also get ready for stream. Stream Brown Rice Ball on Twitch. No O, okay? Twitch.tv/Brown Rice Ball. BRWNRICEBALL. 7, 7:10ish. We normally start at 7:10. I open it up at 7. We start the game at 7:10. And then we're going to do the first chapter of The Wolf Among Us. Now, again, I got to get these alerts up. If I don't have the alerts up, it's cool. Just join me. Have fun. We going to play it like it's friggin' like I'm Denzel Washington in Training Day. All the gaming will also be on YouTube. That's something else that I know I've been telling y'all, promising. Literally all last year's streams up until this point will be on YouTube on a separate channel because I don't want this channel to be all gaming, art, all of the stuff. We already have a production channel, okay? That's where all the animation stories are going to be going. So this will be behind the scenes and like talking with me, wellness, all that life, all that jazz. Everything that we currently do. All the extra stuff will be on the same YouTube channel. All our story-based things and all our gaming, and even a couple of little skits and stuff. We did a Metal Gear skit like 2, 3 years ago. I got a concussion and a that day was crazy. I woke up with pink eye and ended that morning that taping with a concussion. So that was fun. But all that's on Space House Productions, um, right here on YouTube. Uh, the handle for that is SP. I'm sorry, what did I put it as? SPHP 711. That's what that one is. But for this one, I'm gonna hit y'all with a short real quick, get these alerts up, and then we gonna stream at 7 to whenever I finish the first chapter. We gonna have fun though. We gonna have fun. I might even smoke a little stogie. Cause we bad. Alright, let me stop bullshitting with y'all. Thank you for being here for the last time. Y'all already know it's your girl Danny. There is an art to everything that you are and everything that you can do. Go out there and be your best self. I'll see you soon. Yeah. Wee woo. Wee woo. Oh, you like my little that's all, folks? Because it's. I know. The way my lock just got snatched around to the back. Look, let me stop playing with y'all.